بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. This is revision of the second term exam of biology grade 9. Let's start. First of all, we have choices. Question 1. In human development, for which cell layer in the embryo that the nervous system, such as the brain and spinal cord, develop? So brain and spinal cord develop from which layer? Will be outer layer. Outer layer. Question 2. Something are proteins that bind to cells and stimulate cell division will be growth factors. Cell division, growth factors. Your body cells have chromosomes each, so will be 46 chromosome. Somatic chromosome. Somatic, the body cells we have, each cell has 46. Okay, which phrase best describes cancer? Uncontrolled cell growth. Cancer, immediately uncontrolled cell growth. Which sequence shows the levels of organization from least complex to most complex structure? Will be, this is the least complex, so cell, tissue, organ system, B. Which sequence shows the correct order of linear system classification or linear classification system? Will be kingdom, then phylum, then class, then order, family, genus, species, so C. During the gap 1, G1 stage of the cell cycle, a cell, what happened to the cell in G1? Cells increase in size. Cells increase in size. Okay, what happened during gap 2? During the gap 2 stage of the cell cycle, a cell has additional growth. During the synthesis stage of the cell cycle, a cell, what will happen in S stage? Duplication of DNA. DNA duplication, or duplicating DNA. Which of the following correctly written in the binomial nomenclature system? Binomial nomenclature system, you know, is scientific naming. So will be the first one, Canis lupus. The first word capitalized, the second word lowercase, and both of them italic and from Latin root. So A, Canis lupus. Two internal factors that are important in advancing the cell cycle. What are the two internal factors? Not external, internal. Will be kinases and cyclase. Which of the following is correct about mitochondrial DNA? Do you remember mitochondrial DNA? We have ribosomal RNA and mitochondrial DNA about molecular clocks. So, which one is correct about mitochondrial DNA? Will be mitochondrial DNA is inherited from the mother only. From the mother only. Mitochondrial M, mother. Don't forget. Okay, here we have figure. Amino acid differences compared with human protein X. So we have chimpanzee, horse, pig, mouse, rabbit, frog, turtle. Okay, according to the figure on the right, which listed species is the least related to human? Which one is the least related? Will be the most differences. So will be turtle. Turtle is the least related to human. So turtle. Okay, which one? Or according to the figure on the right again, which listed species is most related to the human? Most related will be less differences, which will be chimpanzees or chimpanzee. Okay, so chimpanzee is most related to human, while turtle is less related to human. Okay, vaccines consist of what? Vaccines, weakened virus, part of the virus, strong virus, both A and B correct. Of course, will be both A and B correct. So it consists of weakened virus or part of the virus. So both of them correct. What do molecular clocks use to measure evolutionary time? So molecular clocks use what or do what to measure the evolutionary time? They use what? mutation rate. They use mutation rate to measure the evolutionary time. The best molecular clocks for comparing distantly relationship or related species will be ribosomal distantly relationship between the species. Linear system taxonomy or linear system classification or linear taxonomy names and classifies organisms based on what? Based on common ancestry? No, based on physical characteristics, or you can say physical structures. So linear system classification is based only on physical characteristics. Viruses that infect bacteria called what? The viruses that infect bacteria called bacteriophage. Bacteriophage. The most common form of reproduction among prokaryotes. So how bacteria and archaea produce? By binary fission. It's asexual reproduction. Okay. The cell wall of bacteria made up of what? Peptidoglycan. This is the cell wall of bacteria. Okay, the cell membrane of archaea contain what? Contain lipid that is differ than the other organisms. Okay, in process called something, prokaryotes can exchange part of their chromosome through a hollow bridge of pili formed to connect two or more cells. So when you see two or more cells connecting together by the bridge, we call what this process is what? Exchanging the DNA, called conjugation. Conjugation is the process that prokaryotes, just like bacteria, exchange their parts of the chromosome with one another, and then by the bridge called conjugation bridge. Bacteria are classified as gram-positive or as gram-negative based on what? On substance found in their what? Actually, the name is peptidoglycan. Peptidoglycan you can find in cell walls. So bacteria are classified as gram-positive based on a substance found in their cell wall. Okay, what's the substance? Actually, peptidoglycan. Okay, in which phase these are the 4 phases of the mitosis. So here you're going to find all the phases here. So in which phase the spindle fiber attached to the centromere of each chromosome and align the chromosome along the cell equator will be metaphase. All of them will be aligned along the cell equator. So metaphase. In which phase chromosomes form, the nuclear envelope breaks down and the centrioles begin to move to opposite side. This is the first phase, which is prophase. Prophase, chromosome form, nuclear envelope breaks down and centrioles begin to move to opposite side. In which phase sister chromatids separate from each other, the spindle fibers pull the sister chromatids toward opposite sides of the cell will be anaphase. Each sister chromatids will be separated from each other. In which phase nuclear membrane start to form and chromosomes begin uncoil and spindle fiber fall apart. This is the opposite of prophase, will be telophase. Okay. So here we learned about metaphase, prophase, anaphase, and telophase. An endospore may survive in a drought because of what? Because it has a protected, or because the endospore protected with what? With thick wall. So endospore has thick wall to protect it in extreme environment, just like drought, just like other extreme environments. Bacteria can be classified by the following, except what? We can classify bacteria by their trace. We studied 3 things, such as their shape. We can classify bacteria by their shape, or by the need of oxygen, or by the cause of disease. So which one is not from these will be, we didn't classify bacteria with the need of carbon dioxide, so this is not from the classification of bacteria. Which of the following limits the maximum size of a cell? The maximum size of a cell is because of what? The ratio of cell surface area to volume. The ratio of the cell surface area to volume. Okay, this is the ratio that limits the maximum size of the cell. HIV is virus that cause AIDS, considered a retrovirus because it what do I mean by retrovirus? Retrovirus means they use RNA to make DNA. They use RNA to make DNA, not DNA to RNA. No, this is retrovirus. What is the term of the programmed death of the cell? Programmed death of the cell will be apoptosis. Programmed cell death. Okay, like photosynthetic plants, cyanobacteria, photosynthetic plants, they produce oxygen. So we have the same as photosynthetic plants, we have bacteria called cyanobacteria produce oxygen. So just like plant, we have some bacteria produce oxygen. Something that are able to fix atmospheric nitrogen, or something that are able to fix atmospheric nitrogen are important because they make nitrogen available to plants in a useful form, in a form called ammonia, and with ammonia and also different structure of protein. So who can convert atmospheric nitrogen to usable form? Bacteria, not virus, not viroid, not prion. So it is bacteria. Bacteria can fix nitrogen. So we have bacteria, they do process called nitrogen fixation. So nitrogen fixation means to convert nitrogen gas into usable form, just like ammonia. The genetic material of viroid, you remember the viroid that attack plants, is made up of what? Single-stranded RNA. Single, not double, single. Okay, your body cells have something chromosomes. Each has 46 chromosomes. We have 46 chromosomes. Which of the following infectious organism is the smallest? Which one is the smallest? Of course, prion is the smallest because it's made up of only protein. So which one is the smallest? Will be prion. Infectious particle that cause other proteins to fold incorrectly. So which one? Of course, also prion, because prion made up of protein that interact with other protein to fold incorrectly, and so they cannot function well. So prion. A substance that stimulates the body's immune response against future invasion by microbe is a vaccine. Vaccine is what? It is stimulating our immunity, our immune system. Single-celled prokaryotes that are classified by their ability to survive in extreme conditions. So we have prokaryotes. We have two types of prokaryotes. We have only bacteria or archaea, while viroid is not prokaryote, while prions also is not prokaryote. So we have bacteria and archaea. Which one can live in extreme conditions or in extreme environment? Archaea. They can live in hot gases, they can live in Antarctica, they can live in extreme environment. Antibiotics are used to fight viral infection. Is that correct? Can we use antibiotic to fight viral infections? No, this is false. We can't use antibiotics to fight viral infection. Antibiotics are used to fight bacterial infections? Yes. we can use antibiotics for bacterial infection or bacterial disease. Okay, in benign tumor, some of the cancer cells can break away or metastasize. Can they move from one place to another place in benign tumor? False. In malignant tumor, some of the cancer cells can break away or metastasize. In malignant tumor, yes, true. In G0 or in G0, cells are unlikely to divide, such as neuron. In G0, cells, just like neuron, they are unlikely to divide. They don't divide. Yes, in G0, there is no division of the cell. That's true. In G0, cells are likely to divide. They can divide in G0, such as neuron. No, false. They cannot divide in G0. The rate of the cell division is something in embryos and children than in adults. So in embryos and children, the rate of cell division, is it lower or equal or greater? Of course, greater. In embryos and children, the cell division is greater than it is in adults. A viral capsid, do you remember the composition of virus? We have something called capsid. It's protein code. So composed of what? Of protein. These are all about choices. Now we have fill in the blank. Here you have a lot of diseases. You have to write whether it's virus or prion or bacteria. So what are the causes of the following diseases? We have rabies. Who causes rabies? We have virus. Tetanus, bacteria. West Nile, also virus. The common cold, also virus. Tooth decay, bacteria. Creutzfeldt-Jakob disease, CJD, prion. Hepatitis A, virus. Lyme disease, bacteria. Anthrax, bacteria. Influenza, virus. Acquired immune deficiency syndrome, AIDS, virus. Which virus? HIV. HIV virus cause AIDS. So acne, bacteria. SARS, virus. Bovine spongiform encephalopathy, BSE, or you can say cow disease, prion. Chickenpox virus, mumps virus. That's all about our revision today. Thank you so much and good luck.